Hey, what's happening, YouTube? How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Aquaporn with me, Steve. A couple weeks back, I did a video. Kenny, longtime subscriber at K O'Neill, check out his channel, was asking me about my saltwater tank. It's how this whole YouTube thing actually started. I was documenting my build. Ran into some problems, if you haven't caught those videos. And I have this algae issue on the rock. I thought it was bryopsis. It still could be. I'm having trouble identifying it. But, you know, I've tried everything to get rid of it. I've tried nuking it with hydrogen peroxide. It just came back only on the rocks. I put a GFO reactor on here. Doing a great job keeping the glass clean. You can see that. I haven't cleaned the glass in 2 weeks. I even threw in about 10 red-legged hermit crabs and a bunch of turbo snails, and as you can see, they don't give a crap about the rock. They're doing a good job keeping my overflow and tanks and glass and that clean on here. So it's just kind of been running on autopilot. You got my one clownfish, there's a yellow watchman goby in here, and then my carpet nem. All doing great, you know. It's just been on autopilot because I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this bryopsis before I progress a little more. You know, it's just kind of disheartening, but one day I will get it. I was going to get a sea hair, but they just seem too complicated and too hard to take care of. And if it does clear it up, what am I going to do then with something that if it dies it'll nuke the whole tank? Just not interested in going in that route just yet. Was hoping that the turbos that I put in last week would touch it, but they haven't touched it yet. Might just overload it with a cleaning crew since my bio load is so small with fish. Just make it a creature tank, overload it with like some snails and stuff, and just for competition for food we'll hopefully get to this, because what they've told me at my local pet shop is that once you get rid of it or get it down, it'll stabilize and it won't come back. Well, I hope that's the fact, but there are some things of proof to let me know that this can be controlled, and that's particularly down in my sump, which I'll show you now. Okay, so as you can see down here in my sump, it is absolutely spot free of algae. Now, one part of that is because I completely have this on blackout. If you remember from old videos, I used to have an algae scrubber which I was using, which did prove somewhat beneficial. However, it was with the lights on, it was growing like crazy down here in my sump. So I've been on full out blackout here in the sump. Just pieces of it that come from the tank are laying on the bottom, but as you can see, like there's crystal clear compared to some of the older videos. If you look, it can, you know, there's no algae growing down here because there's just simply no light to for it to photosynthesize and make it a nice home for algae. So I can either do full-on blackout for say a couple weeks, but that's just not gonna happen. Let's be honest, it ain't gonna happen. But the GFO reactor, I also have carbon running through it as well. I think that's doing a great job of keeping the phosphates down. I'm going to do another video called My Experience with Dry Rock, because as you can see up here in the main display, everything's clear, phosphates are low, but this dry rock, it's just leaching phosphates, and I just can't get this fuzzy green sweater under control. I mean, besides that, the tank looks great. I can almost live with the algae growing on the rock because it's not all that ugly. I mean, it kind of looks like life in the sea. However, you know, as a hobbyist and seeing some other tanks out there, it's not going to cut it for us here at Aquaporn, right? Am I right? Am I right? Anyway, that saltwater tank marine build still up and running. Still running my do-it-yourself lights and my do-it-yourself controller. It's definitely proven to be well worth it. It's been running almost 2 years now, non-stop. without any issue. The only issue being is that it's actually 12:03 and not 11:03. I got to figure out a way to advance the time when daylight savings time comes. But besides that, you know, I'm still happy with the tank. I just wish that would go away so I could progress, sell some of my cichlids on Aquabid, pick up some corals. It's all about paying for the hobby here. I'm really into the hobby. I'm not looking to make money, but I would like to sell some fish to buy some fish, if you hear what I'm saying. Comment, rate, subscribe. We'll catch you all next time. Any questions on my marine build or any pointers, help that you could give me, I'd appreciate it. Leave it in the comments area below. And I try to respond to everybody. With my new job, I just can't. But I will try to get you all responded to. Give me some help. Catch you all next time.